Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and anything else you identify as. You are gathered with us for the Cookout Podcast. We are Workhorse Wrestling Network, and we're here to have a good time and talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling.
You could just say good people. Good people work
It would
too.
have been simpler. It would have been way simpler.
Sammy's like, I'll just take them as they come. Hello, good humans. How are y'all?
What if they don't
We're good.
identify as human?
Well, if they don't identify as human, how are they watching our show and understanding this?
People identify as like animals and flowers and stuff. Oh,
We're trying to be
We,
inclusive,
I'm not touching
but
I'm
that.
trying to be inclusive.
I'm not touching that. That's one thing I'm not touching.
we'll move on. How about that? We'll move on.
Shout out to my dogs.
Don't you be your cats. Kitty Joe's gonna get very. You're already knucking and bucking and ready to fight. What you over there eating, Nathan? I ain't you.
All right. Well, should we go ahead and just get started and go over the Grand Slam card? Or does anybody have something you want to say first? Hey, Dolores.
You know what? I'll get off my chest real quick and then we'll move on. For the people who really are trying to vouch that, oh my God, now you should have the spot against Becky in the freak. I'm like, are y'all? What are y'all trying to prove here? What are y'all trying to prove? Becky is now the NXT champion. She was on Raw yesterday, and she was like, "I'm ready for new contenders. It's NXT belt, the next stars, right? So I want new, fresh talent." Natty comes out. I get into this debate with this dude who's actually like, "Well, she draws more people. She draws more people. Look at her match against Rhea." I'm like, I'm not gonna do this with y'all today. I'm not gonna do this with y'all today. That's really a testament to how bad the booking is, not how great Natty is. And then and I'm like, all right, specifically, were you excited when she came out? No, but you need to get over yourself. This is a wrestling debate, and then you're gonna get cross to get over yourself. Just say, why are you trying to? I'm not trying to win here, but no offense to Natty. Well, screw it. I don't care if she's offended. She's had more TV time than she deserves. Okay? When you have a Candice LeRae in the back, when you have a Tegan Knox in the back, when you have Indy Hartwell's okay, or like another is one. When you have an Emma in the back, a Xylee in the back, it's like you have too many people in the back that are actually real stars that could use that time. Let the people have it. That's all I want.
I gotta respectfully disagree with you because part of the reason they're giving Natty so much shine now is because during like her greatest times, they dumbed her down, much like they did Trinity.
Yeah.
They did not let her do things that she is fully capable of doing.
And
Okay,
So now,
also, like, her best feud in the last 2 years was against Cora Jade. So,
and they also know that they could put her out there. She will work the crowd. She'll get over whatever she has to get over, and she's
yeah.
good enough and safe enough that having that be the first feud
She's
that's a
sort of like
legit
the
change.
Dolph Ziggler of the women's division.
Not no
but it's
sort.
against
She
Becky.
is.
But it's against Becky. Like, you really think Becky can't handle any fresh new talent in the first ever
Do you
match? Huh? I think she's more capable of handling a Candice LeRae in a decent 10 minutes.
anything? Candice LeRae has not been on TV in how long?
Well, she's been having squash matches with Rhea Ripley for the past 2 weeks.
And now you want her to go against Becky.
What am I missing? Becky been hurting people?
No,
No, no, it's
Becky is
saying
high
you
caliber.
you want her to go from one squash to a different squash.
No, no. It's between losing and getting squashed. I like. Of
If
course, she
Rhea
shouldn't
Ripley is
win.
squashing her, why wouldn't Becky squash her?
That's what. No. So the open challenge is supposed to be like John Cena's challenge, right? So the squash shouldn't be over in 2 minutes. It should be like a decent match. Yes, she loses, but people can finally see her shine.
Why would it be a decent match?
Because that's supposed to be the open challenge. Okay, when you say open challenge, I'm thinking John Cena. I'm thinking, okay, the new and improved people, the new people can come out. Yeah, you're going to lose, but you're going to, or the OC in international challenge, where it's like, okay, we know the outcome of this, we know, but people are going to know who you are, and hopefully it'll build up your ranking.
Are more people that have already watched NXT going to watch NXT and discover Candice LeRae?
Well, no, it was on Raw. It was on NXT. It was on Raw. So it was way more. It was way more viewerships.
So nobody's still gonna know who she is. So again, a squash. Why waste that when you could build up to an actual match, an actual feud? If you want
I,
her to be actually a star in the division, give her something besides a squash match. Give her something to build up to.
like you gotta start somewhere. And like I said, I don't think Natty deserves that time. And I'm still mad that she beat Trinity in 2017 for the belt, and it did her title reign for no good freaking reason either.
Okay, you can be mad over that, but WWE. So you keep watching the product. If you want to make a change, stop viewing the product. They're not going to change anything if their viewership keeps climbing. If I keep making money off of you, you can complain all you want to. What's they gonna do? I still made my money.
Right? I mean, it's the same way with YouTube. Like, if you click on a video because you hate the person and you're disliking it, like, it's still
Hell,
bringing views and attention to them.
it still counts. All it that's why they say all engagement is good engagement. Just don't watch it. Or if you watch it, make sure that it's through safer means. Also, I have no idea who. I'm gonna guess this is soccer, like international football. I don't know who these people are, so
Ronaldo.
I don't watch soccer.
I think they're both
Ah,
cute though.
Well, whichever one Anika thinks is cutest, that's what we'll go for.
I don't have a dog in the fight. I just think, oh, I'm pretty sure they're both cute.
Look, it just says Messi or Cristiano. I don't know what it's for, but whoever you think
I
is cute.
assume it's about who's better, not who's cuter. I would assume. I could be wrong.
We
Uh,
don't know, so we're gonna settle it with who's cuter.
Well, I don't have a dog in that fight.
I don't watch soccer. I don't know. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So yeah, I whatever. I don't know. I just yeah. Um. So let's talk about this great card that we know about. I just
I know of 5 matches. Are there more?
hold on. Let me double check because I'm more excited about Ricky Starks and Brian Danielson on Collision, Texas Deathmatch. Let's see. Uh, okay.
They better be giving us Osprey and Danielson.
Um.
Like maybe Revolution.
Absolutely.
So
Also,
what's the timeline between Revolution and Wrestle Kingdom?
Wrestle Dream.
No, Wrestle Kingdom, because we know they're doing Omega Osprey 3 at Wrestle Kingdom in New Japan. So I'm like, what's a good? Will it be too soon after that match, or should we do it before that match?
No, it'll be like 6 weeks later. Isn't that enough time?
For Danielson, I would give
No, for Osprey. Is Danielson wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom?
I thought he was
no.
wrestling Wrestle
We're
Dream.
saying, oh. So you think? Well, okay, Osprey is younger. So I mean, if he wants, I still think that's too close.
Really?
Or July 8th to like February 22nd or whatever Revolution is?
Oh, this February to July. That's the
It's
distance.
like 6 weeks. It's like 6 weeks apart.
Hmm.
January to February, not July.
January to February.
January to
Okay, my
February.
mind said July. I have no clue.
I
I
might have
have no
said
clue.
July. I don't know.
You
But
did.
no.
Oh,
Okay. January to February.
I
You
said
know
January
what?
in my head.
Too many
For
J's.
Osprey, that'll be good momentum. You know what? Screw it. Yeah. So let them do Omega Osprey first, and then Omega Danielson later.
Oh, I was saying Osprey Danielson.
What I say?
Omega Danielson.
Yeah, at Wrestle Kingdom in Japan, and then have Osprey versus Danielson afterwards.
Yeah, here in the States.
Yeah.
Can we get Osprey Danielson first, just in case Brian Danielson gets hurt? Like gets hurt.
Oh,
Like being
full
really.
gear then? I'm down for full gear.
Yeah, let's do that full gear. Just because I'm terrified that Brian Danielson will get hurt, and I'm never gonna get my Zack Sabre Jr. and my William Osprey matches.
All right, so I know of 5 matches on the card.
I only see
Ready to
5.
go over them?
I only
Okay,
see 5.
so let's start off with the big one. Samoa Joe versus MJF.
So my pitches, and I know I don't do these a lot. I want a screwy finish, only because I feel like I want a triple threat match. I want Roddy versus Joe versus what's his name, MJF. Now you can do this with someone winning, but okay, more so, I don't think Joe should lose. I don't like this part. Like in my brain, this is probably the first time MJF's tricks don't work on his competitor because Joe's that dude, right? So I feel like they can extend. I want them to extend the story. It really is a matter of how they do it. So yeah,
Here's the thing: is I feel like one of two things is going to happen. Either Joe wins, or MJF wins, and it leads to the breakup of him and Adam Cole.
but how though?
Because Joe's going to take everything from MJF.
No, I mean, oh okay. Because you said MJF wins and it leads to the
He's going to
breakup.
leave Cole hanging. He's going to leave, and Adam Cole's going to be taken out for like, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Hmm.
And then he's going to come back and be like, "You just left me there. You just left me there."
Like I can see that. It was like more so like Joe. Joe shouldn't lose. Joe shouldn't lose. I feel like in my body he should not lose this, especially when he should have won at All In. But you know what? We'll leave that in the past.
I
I
mean, I think he's the only double champion in the history of ROH AEW.
That probably that no. Yes, I want to say yes. I feel like they were. I
MJF.
feel like,
MJF.
Oh,
yep.
yep, you are correct. I was just thinking singles. You were right. Tags count. Tags count.
I think I'm gonna be the one to put out here. I think Phil did what he did backstage on purpose so he would get fired after he beat Samoa Joe finally. Um,
Twice.
yeah, yeah. I think it is going to be a streak finish. I think it will be because of Adam Cole.
You
That was
back?
weird.
No, that was weird.
I think it will be because of Adam Cole, but I don't. I think it's going to be more so because of Roderick Strong. I think Roddy is going to be the main cause of it.
Yeah, it's like no DQ, then triple threat at Wrestle Dream. Adam making the freaking decision. Who's your true best friend?
And
Or
ALW said MJF. Oh, he said Cole will beat MJF at Full Gear. So somehow we'll get to that.
Okay.
there is another option.
What's the other option?
Wor- Wardlow.
Ooh.
He's been off TV for a while. His biggest feuds were against MJF and Samoa Joe. They're
Ooh.
wrestling in a championship match.
And we do have the meat division.
I'd rather be in the like. I think we need to build him back up. I think the inserting him into the main event won't do any good for
I
him.
mean, it feels like anytime they try to build him up, they actually build him down. So I don't know.
It's his personality. Like he's cute to look at, but don't talk.
It was so good when he was beating up the security guards, and then that convoluted reason of he didn't want to go for the bill was so dumb.
And that's why it worked great.
Fully agree with you about Samoa Joe being like, I don't care about your little sad pathetic backstory. Win. I got money. I got to push you around. I don't care. I appreciate you to death, Joe.
A- And that feud with Mark Sterling too. Just no, no. It did not work at all.
I
It
could
just
see what they were trying to do. They just executed it really badly. I also feel bad for Mark Sterling because him and Jade worked together really well.
he only had one good moment, in my opinion, and that was with the acclaimed.
I like the fact
Uh,
that you
Rock
took
crushes
it like
scissors, and then Mark Sterling comes out. Yeah, well, paper covers rock.
I liked Mark Sterling being like Jade, don't wrestle her. Like you just wrestled this. Don't wrestle her. She's rested. And Jade being like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then just being like, girl,
That's how the streak ends.
hey Sammy, you might want to turn it down.
Huh?
I can hear somebody's TV.
No, that's not mine.
It's you.
Really?
No, not you. You.
Oh, I was about to say I have it at like 4 or 5. Like I can't even hear it.
Well, when you're blind, your hearing picks up. I'm over here like Daredevil, but I ain't fighting crime for nobody. It's shitting me. I'm not down for you. Shit.
Oh man, a hot sauce commercial.
You got hot sauce in your bag, Sammy?
It's making me hungry. Ooh,
So we are all in.
I
Okay,
got snacks. I got
Sammy, what do you think is gonna happen in this match?
Which match?
MJF and Samoa Joe. Like,
I hope
what
Samoa
story?
Joe wins. That's what my hope is, but I think AEW has a story to tell, and AEW doesn't like to deviate from their stories, even when like they should really be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So I I think that ALW is probably right. It's probably going to be Cole versus MJF 3 at Full Gear.
Mm.
Hmm.
Is that a Slim Jim?
No.
Oh yeah.
I used to think Macho Man would come out if I ate a Slim Jim, and he would do that. Okay, that's really weird how you are unwrapping that. I just want you to know that.
It
Um,
was
I feel like I should
It's
be
a
saying
Big
pause.
Mama pickled sausage.
I really feel like I should be saying pause as you do that. Um, yeah. So does anybody have Cole winning? I mean, MJF winning?
not straight up.
I feel like he
So
could cheat and he could win, and it would be okay because it's Samoa Joe. And MJF
and I
would
just
have to beat Samoa.
right. And he made that stupid promise. I'm gonna joke you out. I'm like, don't. Because my mind went to Darby and had like take over. I'm like, I'm still mad about that. I don't need another reason. And you're a good guy, so I don't need another reason to be pissed off at you because you doing a screwy finish and then keeping your word.
I mean, he's the only one to beat Darby straight up with a whatchamacallit, with a wrestling move.
Headlock
So
takeover.
we all have Samoa Joe winning. We all have MJF eventually going to like face Cole. The question is, will it be a straight up finish or a screwy finish? And that's gonna be the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have Wardlow, because Sammy reminded me like he's supposed to be back and we don't know what he's gonna do. You have
Hmm.
Cole, you have Roddy. Three really good elements who have beef with both of them.
It really is a fun time though. It's like as much as I don't want him to choke Samoa Joe out, this has been really fun, and that's why I don't want it to end like right here.
It's gonna be fun. The next one we have is Skeet Skeet versus Tony Storm. I want Tony Storm to win.
I want her to win. The only reservation I have is her. She is the what you call it, the starlet on her way spiraling down. I don't think the spiral isn't all the way down yet to be her to be champion. But this is what happens when you put the belt on a crackhead. I'm sorry, an emotional crackhead who is not good in ring no more. Why? Because we're at Wembley. We're in London. The only booking in my head is that I can. The only way I can book for women is in their hometown. They should win. I want Tony to win,
Who's the
but
baby face?
You cannot call a recovering addict a crackhead, even
I
though,
said emotional. I said emotional crackhead.
but that she still was a crackhead. I feel like that covered that.
Oh,
There's no baby face in this. The closest to it is to me is Tony Storm, and that's just because watch out for the shoe.
watch out for the shoe. I'm
And Renee's over here like, la, la, la. Lexi Nair.
really, really.
Lexi Nair has me cracking up when it happens to her because she be over here like Bush was when that dude did the shoe. It's like,
It's like that. Like not, she's used to it, like that you. um,
I think Tony Storm will win, but I think she will be more of a transitional champion. I don't. I think Tony's understanding he cannot keep that belt on Saraya.
I think she's gonna hold the belt until Full Gear.
I don't know because who's she gonna face? Because one
Who do
wrong
I want her?
but
no,
Oh,
like there's a lot of women she could face, but if anything goes wrong, the fans are gonna do to them what they did to Sasha for that time. And
but
you killed Paige's career.
but this is the downfall of TK. He does like to keep his storylines. He does want the ending that he wants. So unfortunately, I do see him keeping that belt on Sriracha until Monet is ready, and we have Mercedes Monet versus Soraya whenever.
I do not want to see that again because I swear if something goes wrong and they
The-
blame Mercedes again, I'm jumping through screens.
I don't want it
Um,
either, but yeah,
I would like to see Tony versus Mercedes.
that would be. It's so many. We have so many options. Give me Sheeta
I
versus Monet.
I want Sriracha versus Willow and Nyla.
Mm-mm,
Those are the matches I want on the way to Full Gear.
mm-mm,
Why both? You just want them to kill that poor guy.
mm-mm.
Just
Cause
one.
I swear, if she get up there and she start talking shit, which really my neck hurts against Willow, I'm jumping through screens.
Like 1 pounce. That pounce was too much. She put too much force into it.
Like people thought I was mean when they were going with when it was Sasha versus her, and she got injured, and they was talking all that shit. They thought I was mean then. Shit.
I saw the. I saw the. What you call? I saw. I'm like, that's a simple kick to the back. Was her neck already screwed up? Because honestly,
Yes,
it didn't look that
yes, it
bad.
was. It was. She should not have been fighting.
It did
And
not
she
look that
should not
bad
be
at
fighting
all.
now. Get her out of the ring. Get her away from wrestling. Just sit in a bubble at home.
But
But
yeah,
I don't want her to win. I'm going with Tony.
Yeah, it
like
didn't look like she put any stank on it. It looked normal.
right. It did not even a little bit. But I don't want it to happen. But are we doing predictions? Are we doing predictions, or we just talking?
This isn't a pay-per-view. We're just talking.
Okay. I do think that they're going to keep the belt on Sriracha.
Don't want to watch it. I don't want her. I'm so tired of not having a fighting champion. If we were gonna do this, then we should have just let Jamie Hatter stay champion.
I'm
Yes.
so happy that MJF is a fighting champion
Which is
because for
weird
the
to
first
say.
half of the year he was not.
Well, that's what we have. I'm going to thank for that friendship.
Okay, Orange Cassidy.
What are you, a pervert? We wrestle every week.
All right, so Sammy, who do you have winning, Sriracha or?
Sriracha, yeah. I
All
have
right,
her
so
losing
this.
the title at Full Gear.
Okay, Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara.
It should be
We,
Sammy.
it should be Sammy. I don't really care about this match.
I think no one cares. This is probably the most prolonged, non. They're gonna say useless, there you go, uninterested match on the card or in the past 3 months. No one freaking. This should have happened right after the breakup of the JAS, but for some reason I wanted to prolong it. Why? Why?
Well, we had to have Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay first.
We did not. We
I
did
feel
not.
like I feel like Ty might play a role in this since they waited. That's the only reason I could get waited. But I also feel like Sammy is with Don Callis or something. I really want him and David Garcia to be a team.
I think I know the story they're going for, and I do. I'm kind of
What's the story
interested.
they're going for?
So Don went to Sammy. Don went to Daniel Garcia. It feels like he's trying to take the JS. Well, they already broke up, but it feels like they're trying to get all those people over to his side. That's what it feels like he's doing. The only person he didn't go to is, well, he went to Garcia. So I'm gonna lock the 2.0 in with him with him because they're a package. The only person he didn't go to is Hager, Jake Hager.
Which I think Hager's the one who actually joins them.
Mm.
That'll be the less person. That'll be the lowest person you like. Like, I'll take him, but I really wanted Garcia with your aggressive dance.
Yeah, but he'll be the heavy for Takeshita. It's an
Mm.
easy role to play. He doesn't have to do much. He just has to stand there and look tough.
Does Takesha need a heavy though? Because Takesha's his own heavy. That man is like 6 feet and
He
like
does.
agile as shit.
Like I don't think he does. I don't think he does, honestly.
But if he does, Jake Hager would be the perfect heavy. I think after this match, we start to see who's the two, and it becomes clear.
Yeah.
Here, a thing is that like some of the best in the biz had heavies.
Yeah. No, and I
Well,
don't
Shawn
disagree with
Michaels
you.
needed a heavy. Someone had to
Shawn
carry on.
Michaels had a heavy.
He
Dolph
didn't
Ziggler had a
need
heavy.
it. It was a
He needed it.
package deal.
He needed
It
it.
looked to make him look better.
He needed it. Who lifted him up?
Say it again.
Who lifted him up?
Anyone lifted him up. It was just like I said. He needs someone to watch his back. Because after he
Who?
won, people were getting petty. It was hitting him for no good reason after the match. That's why he needed the heavy.
So he needed it. You said right.
For after the match. For
Uh huh.
after the match.
Uh huh. What was in the words of Rihanna? You needed me. You needed me. E e.
You know, like the Anvil Nightheart wasn't Bret Hart's heavy.
He attempted to be, but when you have less personality than Bret in WWE, you're not a heavy. You're just there. And I love Bret. But dear God, he could be bland as hell. Like no seasoning, no hot sauce, just herbs and hope. Not even good
Like,
herbs.
real quick, it was shown on YouTube. They're like, who would you take out? It was a bunch of WWE champions. What I remember was The Rock, Cena, Bret Hart. It was someone else. It wasn't HBK. Definitely The Rock. Obviously The Rock. Austin. I think Triple H. And then someone said something where it was like, if you don't say Cena, you tripping. And everybody was like, sir, no offense, but Bret Hart is in question if you go tell
Oh, I would
like,
take out Cena easily. Without Bret Hart being champion, you do not get the Montreal screw job. And I really think without the Montreal screw job, you probably would not get the Attitude Era.
Okay.
yeah.
The steroid trial, the early 90s, the whole fiasco of that, Bret Hart held the company together for like 3 years.
And what did John Cena do? Nothing.
I'm just saying entertain like it was between them two, is what I'm saying. It wasn't like for me, I would
I'd take The Rock out.
I would not.
What did he do? What did his reign accomplish?
He's, him being awesome.
Was he?
Oh
Or is
yes,
he
yes he
was he awesome
was.
just
Don't
because
do
he's
that.
pretty?
Yes he was.
Was he awesome just because he's
The
pretty?
the only
Like,
thing is that they did have Austin, so like
but Austin
the
needs
company
someone
would
to
have been
fight.
fine.
But Austin needs someone to fight though. Like someone was like, it's so repetitive. I'm like, do y'all remember the Attitude Era? Correct me if I'm wrong. It was Austin versus Vince every freaking week. Thank God we had The Rock and Mankind and Triple H to kind of spice it up. But it was basically Austin versus
But that's
Vince
what the
McMahon in some kind of capacity.
okay. So here's the thing, because we talked about this in my sociology class when I was in um it's what everybody wants to see because it's the everyman facing the boss. You want the boss to get his comeuppance. You want him to get what he deserves. In the end, you want the everyman to win. That's why people tuned in for Austin versus McMahon and why they still love it. That's why people say it's one of their favorite feuds. It is
No,
the everyday man versus the boss.
like don't
And
get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but saying that wasn't every time and right now it's not the same. That's what I'm saying.
oh, it's always repetitive. Yeah, it's a soap opera. And God knows how many times do we see Stefano Demira come back?
Like, no, the same day is going to happen for the whole week. It's going to take a minute to get through the day.
Like it take a year to get through an hour on their
like, like
passion. 2 years in like an episode. But yeah,
Like it's March 1st. Why are we still on Valentine's Day?
of last year. Y'all ain't even had a New Year yet. Y'all ain't had Christmas. Y'all ain't had Halloween. But
But yeah, Sriracha wins because TK don't know how to book.
we just talk about Jericho versus Sammy. That's how
I'm
much
like, how did
nobody
we get
cares.
here?
That's how much
Oh,
nobody
sweet
cares.
Jesus. Okay.
If that doesn't tell you that nobody cares about this match,
Sorry. Yeah, Sammy should win because
Um,
this is probably the only time his baby face is people are actually cheering organically and not forcing us to cheer. So ride the wave and let him beat Jericho. Are you gonna say Sammy?
I was just gonna say, so after the whole steroid trial, like you had Yokozuna, you had Bret Hart, you had Diesel, Shawn Michaels, and briefly you had Bob Backlund. Like those were your champions from the early to mid '90s, and a good deal of that was Bret Hart. Like, uh,
I mean,
it's hard to
you don't
just
have to
like
convince me.
discount that time.
You don't have to. You don't have to convince me. You know I'm a Brit lover. So.
did Bam Bam Bigelow ever win the title?
No.
I feel like he was more. I'm asking because I felt what's the face? I felt like he should have won the title once. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, because you're like he hold down the fort. They had talent that could have been champion and would have had a great story. One of those, in my opinion, would have been Bam Bam Bigelow. You disagree?
Say that again.
I thought like you said, Bret Hart hold down the fort as champion. They had some people that could have had a good story, even though it was for like 2 months. I felt like I would have loved to have seen Bam Bam Bigelow win the title and just see what happens. I think that would have been a good
Okay.
story. Yes.
For WWF, uh, awards, accomplishments, accolades, championships, he has one thing. He got the Slammy Award in 1987 for Best Head.
Well, the flames on the tattoo, the tattoo flames. If you went through a tattoo in your head, and I'm pretty sure it's probably the worst part of your body, the tattoo. Yes, and we're going to move on. We're moving the freak on. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that was a Slammy Award.
Dirty
What is it?
minds.
What?
That's
He was a heavyweight champion for ECW and NWA, though. ECW and NWA, not WWF.
And then WWE said, "What does everybody want?"
Side note, I am interested in watching that special on Netflix. Oh, the OV is it OVC? His
OVW. It's more
OVW.
interesting to watch the downfall of James Thorne and Al Snow. That shit on Twitter is fucking hilarious.
Speaking of heads, Al Snow.
Yeah, yeah. Just just how petty wrestlers can be to each other sometimes on social media is.
I don't want to Google it, but I hope that Al Snow also got the Slammy for Best Head.
I don't think you should. I think if you Google that, it'll be something you really don't want to see.
Please.
Kitty Joe
Next
3.
match.
Next up we have Claudia versus Eddie. AOW says Eddie wins. I have Eddie winning here.
If they don't, what it feels like it's been, even though Eddie came to the pandemic era, I feel like we've been saying this for 5 years. Eddie wins it Arthur Ashe. Grand Slam. If he does not win in New York, what are we doing? What are we doing?
He needs to be
Like,
Claudio.
Eddie should win. But
In
also, I
this.
wouldn't be angry if Claudio won.
I don't want Claudio to win a New Japan title if he's not actually in Japan.
Oh, true. I would be fine with him winning on the caveat of him going to New Japan and getting to see Claudio wrestle there and have great matches like Claudio versus Shingo Takagi. Claudio, like, there's a huge list of people who I'd like to see him face.
I
Have
do want.
have Eddie win here, then have Claudio challenge him at New Japan, and then have Claudio take his belt while they're in Japan, and then have those really great matches while Claudio is already in Japan and already has the belt.
Oh, so you think that them saying that the feud ends here is BS? That the feud's going to continue on past this?
The feud in the U.S. ends here.
I do want more for Claudio though. I'm not gonna say the ROH championship is the anchor, but I feel like we should have more. We should have more. Every time those little encounters like him versus Omega in Bloody Guts, I'm like, ooh. Or him versus Big Bill when they were beating up Danielson and Moxley, like, ooh, it's so many matches we haven't had yet. And we I need those. So give me more Claudio, but not right now. I mean, do that without him beating Eddie is what I'm saying. He can do that after Eddie beats him.
I mean, what title is worth the least?
That's so wrong. Oh, um,
Which title do you feel is least important?
ROH.
honestly, I
Which
don't.
one?
Yeah, ROH.
The world, it's bad to say, but the world championship, I feel like
Less
if it,
than TV and less than pure. Okay.
oh, I'm talking about like in the context of this match.
Yeah,
Oh no, no, I meant like in the company. Like, which title is the least important?
Oh, the trios on either trio, both trios.
when you have trios, that's why I didn't want a claim to win. No offense. I mean, not saying that they were. Well, I mean, I'm saying it with them on the Tree Monsters, even though it wasn't, it was better. It was better. It was better than this. What's going on right now? I'll say that. Which is why I thought we were headed towards BCC. For what is their name? I keep House of Black. Or I call them Trump. I thought we were headed towards BCC versus House of Black, and that would have definitely elevated the titles. But for some reason, and OC versus Moxley was great. But yeah, I thought we were going. I thought we were getting there somewhere somehow, man. I'm not sure who's going to beat the Acclaim for those titles, honestly. Will be
Uh,
like a worthy
it.
story program.
I would think it's going to be BCG.
Who are they?
Bullet Club Gold,
Oh,
because they're not allowed to challenge for the tag titles. So, like, what do you do with them?
I mean, Rock Hard and the Guns. I'm not mad at that, honestly. I'm not, because they are gelling together, and it is kind of time for them to have some gold around their waist. I would have preferred them to be FTR. That's another story for another time. But
Speaking of gold, when is Jay White going to get some gold?
so, well, I think with Punk out the way, it should be sooner than later because it felt like they were working towards him versus CM Punk. Don't really know if they're going to let him beat Punk for the real championship, but See, Dad, okay. I know we're all over the place, but I don't. MJ need to drop this belt. There's so many people who need to be world champions. Yeah, he need to drop this belt.
I mean, I was thinking that Hangman was going to be the person to eventually win this belt, but I don't think that anymore now with the feud with Swerve, because I think Swerve's going to go over in this feud, and that Hangman is going to go with the Hung Bucks and be trios champions for Ring of Honor.
He should win. If it happens, we don't know. It really is. If it happens, we don't know.
But I think Hung Bucks are going to be the next ROH champions.
I wouldn't mind that. But now, when you say Hung Bucks, it's bought by you mean Dark Order or or Young Bucks and Hangman?
Young Bucks and Hangman.
Because like Dark Order owns the rights to the name.
I think Swerve wins the singles, but then the Hangman and the Young Bucks beat Mogul Embassy for their titles.
I mean, to give because ROH is cool, but it doesn't boast. So if you want to put in that time to actually not saying make them relevant, but put more eyes on the product, I wouldn't mind that at all either. Because right now the only one, it's only Athena, Samoa Joe. I'm not even putting Claudio in that aspect of a reason to watch ROH. Honestly, no offense.
Shibata.
He said, "Why you saying whisper Shibata?" I know he's the pure champion, but I don't, and that's why you need to put stuff on TV. What was his last opponent? Who did he face for the championship?
CM. CM. Has Adam Cole and MJF been on Ring of Honor with their tag team championships?
See that if they haven't, that's a crime. Why put the belts on them if they haven't? Yeah. Okay. See, if you gonna let them be Aussie Open, they gotta be on the freaking show. Come on now.
I mean, I'm assuming the Kingdom's going to be taking the titles off of them.
Yeah, I don't remember them being up there. I don't think they have. Dolores says they haven't, and I can't remember a time that they have.
Well, and that seems accurate because right after they had their match at All Out, MJF was like, "I'm sore. I'm gonna go to Paris. I'm gonna bring some rats, and then we'll come back." So definitely they weren't there for the first week.
And then he got in that feud with Samoa Joe. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
See, boo to that. Which makes me feel like they're not going to win. I mean, they're not going to lose the belts to Kingdom just yet. Because, well, if I'm TK, you're going on the show once, and then you're dropping the belts.
Or the one time that they go on the show, they drop the belts.
Yeah.
Either way.
Man, that's
but shout out Taven for making people get their predictions wrong when he beats the two of them.
F the Matt Taven.
But yes, Eddie should finally win in New York. Next match.
I'm not opening that door. It is Moxley versus Ray Phoenix.
Box. I don't even like. How was he even set up? I feel like the last thing they did was they had a backstage segment with BCC, and then Ray Phoenix just came out of nowhere and started doing that mouth. I'm like, what is the setup? I know you don't.
Did you not see how they beat him up? That's the setup.
When?
Right before they went right before All In, they took him out. They stabbed him with a damn screwdriver.
Oh, okay. This I need recap videos.
You
I'm
don't.
like, why he
You
did?
just need to get your ginkgo biloba and get your memory right.
I do remember that, but that just over my head. At least commentary said something like, "Oh, he's
They
back."
did. It got stuck in
Moxie's
your
doing
hair.
this.
That's what we're gonna go with. Your hair so bad. It got stuck in there.
Who
It was the scene. No, Moxie
who do
wins
you see taking the title off of Mox?
I see Ray Phoenix taking this head off
right now or later.
right now.
Really?
I say that because it is a. I don't know if AEW wants another lengthy title reign on Mox, and I'm pretty sure Mox is tired of kind of being, taken for granted
The
in
guy.
AEW. Let the
Yeah.
guy let him have a damn vacation that doesn't involve his wife having to come to save the company because he can't get no time off because every time he gets ready to have time off, some fuck shit happens.
Someone did something stupid.
Like damn. Now that Phil is gone, let's let that man have a nap.
I do
So
like
the
Ray
names
Phoenix.
I have in mind:
Okay.
Swerve.
When
I
I
think that'd be dope. Keith Lee. I'd like Keith Lee. Um, Jay White. Jay White would be like the perfect guy to take that off Mox. But in all honesty, knowing TK, it's probably going to be Kenny Omega.
I don't think. I don't want. I don't want to. Like I said, I want it to be the elevated title where, like, when you have it, you're elevated to the next spot. Um,
This is the top title in the company.
says you.
it's
Says
true.
you.
Yes, that's me.
It's
This is
true.
the number one title in the company.
It's
When's the last time the
yeah.
TNT belt got defended?
Hmm.
The last time TNT belt got defended was All Out. Before that, when was it defended?
Like, and that's so. It's like I have conflicting. The TNT title, I have conflicting emotions because I do love what Christian's doing, but I want more. Isn't the word? I don't know. I don't know. It's like you said, maybe just defend it more will make me feel better about him being, well, Luchasaurus being the champion. But for me, not Ray Phoenix. Let it be either. Okay, Death Triangle, right? Sorry, my mind's going to my mouth an hour. I was going to say Penta, but Moxley still need to get that lick back from the Bastard Pack.
Why? Pat got
Because
his lit back.
you can't just
That was
leave
that
people
was
in the
that was a get back because Mox did it to him.
so you
So
do
he
it to
got his
me
lit
then.
back.
Don't do it to my whole entire crew.
Then he should have known not to pick Pat.
He should.
He
Well, he did it. He did it. Well, was it him or Danielson? Because I was gonna say it was Danielson. Danielson really sucks at who he wants in the BCC. He tried to do Daniel Garcia with Jericho. He tried to do the Pat. Well, not he chose Pat to be in the match, and then he just walked out. And then he tried to get Ricky Starks, but Bill beat him. I'm like, okay, I don't think Danielson's the right person to choose who should be in this group next. I feel like we should have a group decision.
Danielson did give us Wheeler Yuta because Wheeler Yuta's last name is Wheeler Yuta Danielson. Moxley's son is still in New Japan.
But like the next one that should be in the group, I think it should be what's called a vote. We all vote, and then we beat him up, and then he gets sent.
What type of
I mean we all
You got to bleed first.
we also have the two guys in NXT who are not, officially affiliates, but like, come on, yes they are. You got Drew Gulak, who trained Wheeler Yuta, and you got Charlie Dempsey, the son of William Regal, over there as a pairing in NXT. Which, if NXT were to ever let them go, like for the love of God,
So I'm not 100% sure, but I really feel like right now HBK don't care. It's like it's too many times where the main roster has screwed people over. I want to know the story about Roderick Strong. I really feel in my heart he has something to do with. I won't say nothing. You go to AEW and when your contract runs out, and I will this. I that's what I feel. I feel like right now HBK don't give a crap. He's like I'm going to control it. I'm going to train wrestlers, and wherever they go, I hope they're successful because WWE main roster be messing up my people too much. So I'm just gonna train y'all, and y'all decide.
I mean, that's what's supposed to
uh,
happen.
Yeah,
Wesley
but
said he was
well,
going home
hmm,
last week. Wesley said he was going home.
he ain't going home.
Well, home would be Impact. I would love a full
Yeah,
Rascals reunion.
yeah. Are we getting a full Rascals reunion? Is his contract up?
I
Did
don't
No,
think his
did
contract is up.
I think it's definitely a story. I thought I was gonna make it. I thought I was gonna beat what's his name, Ilya. Don't know why you thought that. You should feel yourself, but the dude wearing the suit, he has a mustache and a beard now. You really gonna do? You really think you're gonna be that crazy dude right now? He has a mustache and a beard. He like a straight up super villain.
oh man, did you watch NXT tonight?
It was NXT been cooking, man. What's his name? Big Strong Boy versus Pete Dunne. Not Butch. Pete Dunne. Chef's kiss.
I was gonna bring up the fact of Dominic smacking the taste out of Ilya's mouth.
Cause he's a crazy person, and he knows that when Rhea's coming back. So, and then you did it, and you almost died. You almost died. I think did the ref get Ilya off of Dominic? I'm pretty like he came in, he gave him a headbutt from hell. Then he started elbowing the crap out of his head.
So Mello moved back into the ring, and when he did, Ilya was coming with his charging headbutt, and he just throws Mello in front of him. Just, you take the headbutt, not me, and he gets out of there.
It's like yeah. You really you talking the big game, and Rhea is not here now.
Charging Ilya, just throw Mello in the way.
Hello, Hassan. Summer. We have a few more days of summer. Don't be rushing the summer. Don't do that. I like the heat. I hate fall. It's too damn cold.
Well, I'm from Florida. Please bring it. Please let let's let's lower. Please let's lower the
Mm.
temperature just a little bit. I'll say this: how Pumpkin Spice can be out in August? I'm like, can y'all please slow your roll? There is 4 seasons. We could have
Although,
waited.
although to be fair, I still have my Christmas tree up. So, but I also have a year-round tree. So, on the topic of NXT, I don't watch it. It sounds like it's been good. Dolores said that Dragon Lee is wrestling on Raw. Um,
It
yeah,
feels like I said, HBK don't give a crap, but they are trying to make it an actual third brand this time. So everyone's just going down there having fun. Becky down there, she having a blast.
are they really trying to make it a third brand, or are they saying that so they can get some ratings?
I think they are because Dominic's there, but Rhea's there, and she actually wrestled more in that one match with against Dragon Lee and Valkyria than she did on the main roster. And then
Um, so the contracts are up next year. So like for the next 8 months, expect it to be good until they finalize the new deal.
Mm.
and then like Seth did a drive by, which was cool.
Why else would they put Becky on the show?
Now I know we're all over the place, but let me just say this. So the Jade Cargill coming is imminent, and Becky is the NXT champion. If we're going to make Jade go through NXT first, I have no problem of her beating Becky straight out the gate and being the new NXT Women's Champion.
What happens if Jade doesn't go to WWE?
It's up to her. Honestly, it's up to her. I feel like she likes to wrestle. I feel like honestly she loves to wrestle. So as good as Impact is, I want her to get the most shine possible. So in my mind, if you're not in AEW, you should be in WWE. Another story was Word Games, right? Judgment Day versus Cody, KO, and Sammy. If we need someone to defend it to fight the problem of Rhea Ripley,
Um,
Cody makes that phone call, and the phone calls Jay Cargill. I wouldn't mind that introduction to WWE as
nah,
well.
nah. It's
No?
gonna be the Usos.
What?
It's gonna be the Usos. One
Why is
Uso
it
on
go?
one side, the other Uso on the other side.
No, I'm saying no against Rhea because you need if Rhea's in the match,
Oh,
you need a
well,
female.
well we're talking. I thought you were talking about the War Games match.
Yeah, no. If
She is.
Rhea is in the match, and they should, I'm like for heaven's
No,
sakes, let's do a mixed match.
it,
What?
it's gonna be Judgment Day with one of the Usos versus Sammy, KO, Cody Rhodes, and one of the Usos.
Okay, but either way, I feel like come on now, like Rhea's been getting in dudes' faces. Can we just get a mixed match, please? And if so, let let it be. Well, as cute as Dom is, for for the grand scheme of it all, let it be Damian Priest and Rhea versus Cody and Jade. I would love that. But sorry, we're steering. What was the last match for the Grand Slam we were talking
That was
about?
it. We went over them all. There's only
That was
five.
all of
Yeah,
Chris
there's five.
Jericho, Sammy Guevara. We briefly talked about it, but like, is that the one that
them. That
you
was the last
don't
one.
remember?
Nothing. Was it the last one? That going it. Wow.
That we went through all five of them. So is she actually scheduled or is that rumors? That's the thing.
Like so, nothing is determined.
Did I blink
Everyone
off or
stays
did
in the.
Sammy blink off?
No. Sammy just left, and then he's coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't you. Leaving like oh, if Randy's coming back, baby, protect your back, baby. Please make sure you're at least 80% okay with your back. I would I know wrestlers want to end their career on their terms, but sometimes your health got to come first. So please just be fully ready before you come back, please. No,
What
besides
makes me
Matt
come back?
Riddle, no one needs you here right now.
You ain't got to come back, Randy. You can stay wherever you at. It's alright. We'll be all cool.
But okay, cool. Uh, I know we're talking about who should be the next champion out of everybody. I think we covered that, didn't we? Or y'all want to elaborate more on AEW champions and who should be the next ones up?
I mean, so about the War Games match,
Okay,
like, do you think that they would actually have the a woman with the men in the War Games match?
I think Rhea is that chick, and if they wanted to add her, they definitely could. And to counteract that, Jay would be a nice addition. Like I said,
I
it
mean,
don't
they,
have to
to
be
be
just
honest, they
straight
would
up
probably have Nia Jax.
or nine Jack or nine jacks, but like they definitely have women who are geared towards being with the men. Like it's not that shouldn't be it shouldn't be. In my mind, that's not an issue, right? Now, you don't have to be molly whopping the chick every 5 seconds, but yeah, it could definitely work in my opinion.
WWE doesn't like to do it though. Like
Nope.
they've
Not necessarily, but there are
AEW doesn't like to do it, but AEW would be more likely to do it because like Penelope Ford took a dragon suplex by Kenny Omega in a mixed tag. Like that's the closest AEW's really gotten.
I'm still on
And that
I'm still
happened on
on
international waters. That didn't happen in a country.
what's the face? Uh the Acclaim giving the scissoring to Julia Hart. I'm like, hold on. But we just don't care. It's three dudes on the chair. We just don't go.
Well,
Okay,
to
fine.
be
You don't care.
fair, it was the way I could see it justified. It was that it was like a gay guy who did the move, so that semi makes it better.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was I'm like, really? So we just gonna we all want this. Okay, fine, whatever. But yeah. If but more so back to Rhea Ripley, if y'all gonna keep letting her get in dudes' faces, she gotta get a look back. And to do that, we need mixed. We need mixed. I want to say mixed match challenges so bad. We need mixed matches. I ain't saying every week, but just one time. Just play.
I mean, it's really an Impact thing. Like no one else does it. Oh well, GCW does it, of course. GCW does everything.
But that's because Impact has figured out a way to make it believable. WWE and AEW's problem is that they can't make it quite believable. And
All right,
having someone
so
like Jade or Nia Jax in WWE could make it more believable. And honestly, to be quite fair, having someone like a Penelope Ford could make it more believable in AEW because, I'm going to distract you with my body and then I'm going to hit this move.
Yeah.
all right, so let's do the rundown on the rest of the titles. So TNT title. Who's the next TNT champion?
Yeah, he's someone who beats. Well, Chris. They're doing a thing with Darby, and I don't want them to go. I don't want them circling back. Honestly, like, well, besides Darby, Christian wise, don't want Nick Wayne. Even I know he's a veteran, but he just got here. It has it had to be babyface. It gotta be babyface. Who don't have a daddy? That Christian beat. Who don't have a don't not Wardlow. We already did that one. Dang on it. Okay, TNT title.
Well, you did it, but you didn't do it with Luchasaurus kind of involved. So you could run that back.
True. What was I gonna say? They're teasing us with Keith Lee that they're actually going to give us an actual run of him being a singles competitor and y'all putting him in on television. If you're if
That'd
you're
be
actually
great.
going to give us what we want, I wouldn't mind that. And low key having the TNT title be in the meat slapping division for just a quick 2 months.
I said it before. If they seriously make a meat division, make a meat title, I want the Butcher to be the first champion.
They gotta do it. It's so many freaking stories they can do with this meat division. Like first things first, just have Johnny Hungy trying to bulk up to get into the division. That's just hilarious. That's just entertainment
Why
in
would
the
he need to
first
bulk
place.
up? That man is me. Like, have you
Well,
seen
like I know
I,
he's
I,
short and meaty, but will he make the weight requirements for? Well,
I
you
would
got to
assume
establish
you've got to
weight.
be a super heavyweight.
that? By his body size, he would be a super heavyweight. He's short. If he was taller and still built like he is, he would be a super heavyweight. He's
Yes,
just
that is
short.
true. But I don't
But
think he makes the weight for being a super heavyweight.
If he made the weight for being a super heavyweight for his frame, he would be too big. It would be a danger to his health.
Yeah.
Given
like
his
out.
body, he is a super heavyweight.
I mean, if he can put on 70 pounds, I'd be totally down with him being in it.
Well, here's my thing.
Where
Lie.
where could he safely put on that weight to be considered a
Mm.
super heavyweight? by the
But
Like,
super
additional
heavyweight is 250 pounds.
you have
oh,
to
he's not that.
consider for him and his body type. You have to take
I
those things into account as well.
I used to weigh that much, but that wasn't
You're
muscle.
bigger than him. You're taller.
Yeah, I'm quite a bit
He's
taller than him.
my height. He's 5'6". If he's 250 pounds,
Yeah, I'm half a
he's
foot
soft.
taller than him.
But
He's
this is
soft.
this is sports entertainment. You can just laugh. So let's say he's
Crash
not
Harley
too
Holly was a super heavyweight.
who.
Crash Holly. He was
Mm.
billed as a super heavyweight. Remember, he came down with his scale every week.
But see that's what I want though. I want so like let Johnny like lose 10 pounds, and then that'd be the story of okay, weigh me. Okay, I made weight. Who am I going for? Who am I fighting? Who am I fighting? And then have big old uh what you call it, Miro come out and just well not I don't want him to get destroyed. But yeah, that would be a great story. That'd be a great story. So many, yeah. Give the people they want, TK. Give the people they want.
Now Miro is well over the 250. He's 305.
Oh yeah, no. Him, Hobbs, Keith Lee. That's why I'm mad that they didn't keep the belt on Hobbs, because I thought, well, all right, past tense, TNT title. When Hobbs won it, it was at least 3 matches set up right there, where it was him versus Keith Lee, him versus Ricky Starks. If you wanted to run back him versus Samoa Joe, that would have been awesome. But whatever.
I
It's in
sense
the
a
past.
little
It's in the
bit of
past. It's in the past.
anger. There
Um,
seems to be a little bit of anger there.
because it's for bookers, y'all are making your jobs so much harder than it needs to be. Like I said, if we the fans see these possibilities, why y'all trying to swerve left when it's a clear path right?
Because fans want to book how fans want to book, and that's not always the best thing to do in a business. We have to also realize that this is a business.
Yeah, so I'm not saying always, but when you don't have you clearly don't have a direction, and this is back when Hobbs had the title, or you're okay. You know what? I'll you had a direction of Wardlow, but how you did it was not good. I would have rather you at least had him train with Arn Anderson. We see that, and then bring him back to beat Hobbs. That would have been a better story than just, oh, I'm back. I'm gonna get my title back. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Uh, TBS title.
Willow.
Yes,
But so like she earns an opportunity,
sure.
not a feud. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Because I was trying to think of heels, and it's like, oh, I'd love Willow to be the TBS champion, but so it would be a situation of like she wins a battle royale, or yeah,
It could be that, or it could be Stack turns heel. Simple as that.
yeah, because
I don't know.
they're doing
I
a
don't
thing
think
with
that's
her and
turning
Britt,
heel.
and I'm so pissed off right now. I'm not even gonna go into that. Yeah, I still want Stat to be the one to take the title off of. I wouldn't mind, yeah, because Stat, I can
Isn't
there's evil behind
are
her
they
eyes.
doing a
I can see
full
her
blown
heel.
feud between them? I thought Britt just had the one match and she lost, so it's over.
She had the one match, but after the ending and Stellar raised her hand, her eyes were still on the belt. Like, this isn't over. I still want that, which is very ugh.
Why is it ugh?
Because
Would you
like
rather have her in the main title picture?
we've been asking for her to face Jade this whole time, and then Jade leaves, and now you're gonna put her in the TBS title picture with her back all monked up.
Who y'all keep saying Jay left. We don't know.
Well, okay, when Jay was champion and we've been asking her, okay, give her a solid match with one of your top women, and you never gave it to her. But now Statlander the champ, and
I didn't want y'all been asking for it. I didn't want Jade to face Britt because if she has a bad match, the match goes badly. Jade's gonna take the blame for it. Them little fans is gonna get on Twitter and talk all that cash money shit, and then it's gonna be a problem when Jade pop off on.
maybe. But looking at that match with Statlander and Rampage, that that was such a good match. That was so good match. It's like, okay, so you're talking about, well, Statlander's a good. Yes, Statlander's a good wrestler, but it takes two to tango. That was a 50-50 effort for both women, and that made 100% of a great match. But yeah, Statlander can. I see heel. I saw heel vibe behind her eyes. She can do it. She can turn heel.
ROH Women's Championship.
Billy Stark.
I was gonna
I'd
say
like that.
Willow, but sure, yes. Let the minion beat the master.
I mean, we can't have Willow for TBS and for
Why
ROH,
not?
can we?
We could.
Why not?
Just make Willow the belt collector.
I'm playing, but either one is a good story. More so with Finn being a little better
I think it's a better story for her with the ROH title. Yeah.
because because you already beat her, because you already came close. So but either Billy Starks or Willow. Yes.
Personally, I wouldn't mind Nyla Rose.
Because I'm not disagreeing with you, because Nyla Rose is that chick. Don't know why they don't use her again. Why harp on it?
I think she'd have more time and more freedom working in ROH, and I think that'd be good for everyone.
Either that, or I know we said Willow for TBS champion. I wouldn't mind if you want to keep Statlander babyface and let Nyla Rose be her for the TBS championship. That wouldn't be bad either.
I mean, she already lost to Statlander.
She did? Dang.
First
Yeah.
match.
And
She's always the first freaking match. That's not right. Well, stop making her the first freaking match. She really should be the final boss, but y'all don't treat her like that, which is stupid. But
Yeah, so we
okay.
should be getting her versus Soraya here at Grand Slam.
Nah, because same thing. Oh,
I think
she
I'm the only
tossed
one
her
who
too
actually
hard.
wants that.
Yeah. Oh, she tossed her too hard. Now her butt hurts. No.
All right. So we've talked about the tag. We've talked about the trios.
We do something tag?
Yeah, MJF and Adam Cole. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about AEW tag, because FTR is still the champs, right?
They are, yes.
Let's talk about who should dethrone them. Should have been Bullet Club Gold. We're gonna head to the future. I know you're doing the program with Young Bucks, but it's hard to say it shouldn't be for the title. It's really hard to say that.
Well, that's not a title feud going on right now. They had their match, they lost, and then they were having the feud with Bullet Club Gold.
I thought they were doing a triple threat. I thought we're headed towards triple threat. Not sure if we're still headed towards that way.
Well, we can't get that. That's not on the table.
Why not? Oh,
because
right.
Bullet Club Gold can't challenge for the belts.
Well, okay. So not the Guns, but is it the whole team, or
I
was thinking
it's Juice and Jay.
Okay, because it's 4 people, right? So if you want to do the Guns,
so you want the
FTR, like I said, these are the same ass boys. These are the same ones that beat the Acclaim. These are different. I think if they beat
These aren't the same
FTR,
Ass Boys that lost the titles to FTR earlier this year.
I I know it's earlier this year, but something their Bullet Club Glow is hitting differently. It's hitting differently. If they would have beat them now, I think it would be a different reaction, a way different reaction. If y'all wanted to do that. That's sad to say though. Besides Bullet Club Gold and Young Bucks, is not really anyone. Yeah, wow. I mean, we'll say Aussie Open, but they haven't really been hyping them up like that, unfortunately.
Naturally Limitless no longer is a team anymore.
Yeah,
Um, Proud and Powerful aren't a team anymore, which they were my pick.
yeah. And Lucha Bros are really doing something else. Dad, going, y'all have to. Okay, TK, you got to rebuild your freaking tag team division, bro.
Yeah, maybe Darby
And Nick Wayne. Hmm.
or Sting.
Hey, you gave the trio belt to Billy. I don't know why Sting haven't won a tag team belt yet, and he's been doing far better work in my opinion.
I I think that they're undefeated.
Exact. See. Don't hype me up for this.
I mean, at the very least, I feel like they should get a match. Darby and Sting versus FTR. They should at least get the match.
Since we're giving away title match, since we're giving away title matches because people are basically old, Billy Gunn and Sting said that he's retiring soon, like the end is near. I'm not opposed to that. Sure. Let's Sting and Darby
I'm
have a
really trying
look.
to think here. Like, we got best
No, they
friends.
no. They have to
Like,
really rebuild their tag division. That is insane. How the if you would have had this question last year, the number of teams would have been endless. Now it really is like that gone it.
oh, they broke up. Oh, they broke up. Oh, they broke up.
Oh, they're hurt. Yeah. So
I mean, like, I love Butcher and the Blade, but I don't think that Butcher and the Blade would
yeah. Or
win
their
the tag
trios.
titles.
Yeah, dad gone it. Yeah. So they girl, we've got work to do. Pass
I
me the
mean,
paint and glue.
if I'm fantasy booking, give me the Golden Lovers.
So what's going on real quick? So I guess Kota Bushi is gonna have a match with Takeshita.
I think that Coda is pay per appearance.
Kota
Which
I
is
doesn't
don't think
want
he's
fine.
to sign a
regular
contract.
contract.
He doesn't want to sign the contract. He said he doesn't want to sign the contract.
Yeah.
Which is fine,
So
but Don had the whole creepy painting of them basically trying to dagger the dude in the eye. Like, are you just gonna beat him
Bomb
up,
Man
or
Steiner.
I would think they would have a match.
Oh, let's see. Um, you we got Orange Cassidy versus Hook.
Do we?
I thought they were teaming together.
Oh, I
I
thought
thought
they
it
were
was a
having a
segment.
match.
No, they're teaming together against
Oh, who are they facing?
2.0.
Right on, right on. Um, all right. Well,
I think it's just
Shibata's
about it.
title.
As much as
I
Shibata looks good. Go.
I was gonna say. Well, we talked trios already,
Yeah.
so it's pure rules. Like a Roddy Strong would be perfect for it, but he's You got the storyline
Well,
with Adam Cole going on, so I don't think that's going to be a thing. Although Adam Cole versus Shibata, ooh, that'd be a match.
I'll say this: if so, we know the Kingdom versus MJF and Adam Cole is happening. It's it's crazy to say it's too soon. If they get the belts off of MJF and Adam Cole, I wouldn't mind having Roddy be pure champion and let them all have a trio and let them be that trio that is basically the champion of ROH. That's a that's a pretty decent story if you want to go there.
Well, the trios are going to be Hangman and Young Bucks.
You know what I'm saying? Have the Kingdom be your ROH tag champions and have Roddy be the pure champion, and then that'll be like they're in charge of ROH because they're all they all have belts like that.
I don't see Samoa Joe losing his TV title anytime soon.
Nope. But
Like,
like I said, I'm not sure how
I
long this
mean,
streak is happening. Use him as long as you have him. Put him on television.
if you're going to have somebody beat him, I'd want it to be like Keith Lee.
If yeah,
Eh,
man.
But I know how everybody feels of, oh, that's an ROH title, it's worth less. Oh, it's the TV title, it's worth less. And that
Like,
Keith Lee deserves more, but like it's beating Samoa Joe for a title. So, like, is it really?
and it's also more so the build up, right? As much as we love Shane Taylor, they did nothing for the build up. That one video package for the match. It's like, no, give him actual TV time. Let him cut a promo on Dynamite or Rampage or Collision. So if you're gonna put Keith Lee in any of these title pictures, let it be a decent program and let him actually get TV time to promote the match. Because him versus Samoa Joe for the ROH TV, him versus Samoa Joe, period, should have time on TV. Yes, that should be an actual program. That's what we're doing.
And we talked about Swerve already, who he on him challenging. Um, I think we talked about everybody because we have Eddie beating Claudio.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you talked about everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so, as much as we, well, hopefully we'll get paid to talk about this on YouTube. AEW is not in the bad spot. They're not. Honestly, just
Well,
like with the
certain
belt
parts
on Tony,
are
huh?
a little rough. Certain parts are a little rough. The tag is a little rough because like right now, like it seems like Les Sex Gods of Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara could be the ones facing FTR at Full Gear, which crazy to me, but
Yeah,
I thought
but
us
like I
Open
said,
was fixing them at full gear.
hmm,
who?
I thought us Open was, or maybe that's Grand Slam on
I think
Rampage.
it's I think it's Grand Slam
Yeah,
on,
Full Gear's November.
which is, well, I was gonna say it felt like a long way, but that's actually only
10 weeks.
6 weeks.
No, it's like 10 weeks.
Yeah, but that's still closer than I thought.
It's probably more like 8, isn't it?
The, is it the end of November or like right
It's
smack in the middle?
it should be the end of November.
Okay.
I think it's
I
right
can
before
Google it.
Thanksgiving.
Full Gear 2023. November 18th, mid.
Okay, so a solid two
2 weeks away.
months.
I mean, 2 months away. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
solid
bad.
2 months for a decent build.
All right. Well, CM is about that time.
Mm. My plan of the week is very simple because I'm very sleepy. Um, and I have work in the morning too early. Plan of the week. Why? I just, it's more so of a question. Why is it that we can believe dirt sheets when it comes to Jade and her actions, but when those same dirt sheets are saying that what CM Punk did was worse than lunching at Tony Khan. Now you can't believe them. It's also for the folks who continuously make fun of Tony Khan saying that he feared for his life. Maybe it's just me, but if monitors are coming towards my head, I'm going to fear for my life. Because, big heavy monitors coming towards my head. So yeah, just just a question, just two questions for folks. Why is it okay to believe dirt sheets for one person and not for another? And having some of the weirdest reasonings for why you don't believe the dirt sheets for certain things. And then also, why is it okay to make fun of someone when we don't know the full story? We do know that it was more than what was first stated, but we don't know how bad. Just a note. But yeah, that is it, and that is all for me. Anika is back. Anika, do you have anything else before I take us out?
No, it's like I said. Well, not like I said. I never said it, but bruh, I, be a Ollie fan, right? I'm not gonna tell you who to love as a wrestling fan, but if they is crazy, you gotta take the L on that and don't defend crazy. That makes you crazy. It's
Mm. But that's how people are.
to
All right, as a reminder, every day of the week except for Sunday, unless there's a pay-per-view, we are on YouTube, whether that is live or pre-recorded. As you can see, we are here typically in the morning and in the evening. Gonna leave this up for you all to look at. I don't feel like reading through all of this.
T.
Just keep in mind that we will always be on YouTube. And if you're not able to see us on YouTube, we do have a lot of the content available on Facebook, Twitter, because I'm not calling it X, or Twitch.
So dumb.
But everything is on Facebook. Everything is on YouTube and Twitch. Um, that's where you'll be able to catch us at any point in time. Um, it flips depending on what you need. So take a moment, just search us up. You can find us. You can always find us because we're amazing like that. Podcast is also updated wherever you can find podcasts. So yeah, that is where we are, and that is it. Sammy, anything before I hit this outro?
Uh, no, I'm good.
All right. If that is all, then we will see you tomorrow. And on tomorrow, we will be having, hold on, let me pop it back up if I can find it again. I hate this sometimes. It's so hard. Tomorrow, you will see All for Naught at 11:30 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. That's 11:30 p.m. Eastern. All for Naught. Watch that after you watch
No.
AEW. All right. If that is it and that is all, good night, good people.
Bye.
I got something to say off screen.